You know, weeds are not beating you because you're lazy or inexperienced. They're winning because, well, they understand your soil better than you do. That might sound a bit uncomfortable, but honestly, it's the truth the Amish embraced generations ago. While most gardeners fight weeds with force, the Amish, they listen to them. And that single difference really is why their gardens stay clean, productive and remarkably weed-free without sprays, endless pulling or all that frustration. This isn't just some trick you apply once. It's a shift, really, in how you understand soil, weeds and control. Once you grasp it, weeding becomes the least demanding task in your garden, not the most exhausting one. Every weed you see is responding to a condition that already exists. Bare soil, compaction, low fertility, imbalance, disturbance – these are the culprits. Weeds don't just appear randomly. No, they show up where soil is stressed. When you pull or spray them without fixing the soil beneath, you're removing the symptom while, quite frankly, feeding the cause. And this is why weeds return thicker and faster. Digging exposes dormant weed seeds. Spraying weakens soil life. Leaving soil bare, well, that just invites invasion. The Amish recognize that weeds thrive where soil systems are broken. Their solution wasn't better weed control. It was, in fact, better soil care. To the Amish, weeds are messengers. They're sort of like first responders sent by nature to repair damaged ground. Each weed grows where conditions suit it perfectly, you know. That tells you something precise about what the soil lacks or suffers from. Dandelions push through compacted soil because their deep roots break it open. Clover appears where nitrogen is low because it fixes nitrogen naturally. Plantain thrives in poor, compressed ground. Chickweed loves moist, fertile soil. These plants are not enemies, they're indicators. When the Amish see weeds, they do not ask how to kill them. They ask what the soil is asking for. You know, weeds dominate where plants struggle. Healthy soil produces vigorous crops that shade the ground, use nutrients efficiently, and honestly leave little opportunity for weeds to establish. Weed seeds may still land, but they just fail to compete. This is, well, the core Amish principle. Feed the soil and weeds fade on their own. The absence of weeds is the result of balance, not the goal. Soil is alive whether you respect it or not. The Amish treat soil as a living system, not just dirt. 1 teaspoon of healthy soil contains more organisms than there are people on Earth. Bacteria unlock nutrients. Fungi transport minerals. Earthworms aerate and structure the ground. And together they create fertility. Digging too often, leaving soil exposed, and using chemical inputs, well, these things really damage this underground community. When soil life collapses, weeds move in to stabilize the land. The Amish avoid this by protecting soil structure and feeding soil life constantly. Never leave soil bare. Bare soil is an emergency signal in nature, you know. It dries out, erodes, compacts, and invites weeds immediately. The Amish never leave soil uncovered. If crops are not growing, mulch is. If mulch is not present, cover crops are. This single habit eliminates most weeds before they ever sprout. Covered soil stays moist, cool, and biologically active. Weed seeds that require light never get the chance to germinate. Their most powerful tool is sheet mulching, also known as lasagna gardening. This method smothers weeds while building soil at the same time. The process begins without digging. Existing grass or weeds are cut low and left in place. A layer of plain brown cardboard is laid directly on the ground, overlapping edges completely. This blocks light and stops growth without disturbing the soil. Plastic tape is removed so it can decompose safely. On top of the cardboard, organic layers are added. Brown materials like dried leaves, straw, shredded paper, or wood chips provide carbon. Green materials like grass clippings, kitchen scraps, or aged manure provide nitrogen. The ideal balance is roughly 2 to 3 parts, brown to 1 part, green by volume. These layers are built until the bed is at least 12 inches deep. Deeper beds, suppress weeds more effectively and build soil faster. The final layer is compost, or finished topsoil for planting. Once built, the bed is watered deeply. For a standard 4 by 8 foot bed, you'll want to apply about 15 to 20 gallons of water slowly, just to fully saturate the layers. This activates decomposition and, prevents the cardboard from drying out. Then nothing is disturbed. Earthworms move upward, microbes multiply, weeds disappear, soil forms. So sheet mulching works because it removes all 3 things that weeds need, Light is blocked by the cardboard, space gets filled up by mulch and crops, and disturbance is eliminated altogether. Weed seeds just remain buried and inactive, really. At the same time, soil life absolutely thrives. Organic matter feeds microbes, which go on to improve soil structure and fertility. Healthy soil ends up supporting dense plant growth, which further shades the surface. The whole system, it sort of feeds itself. Finished compost, it's not considered fertilizer in the Amish system. It's soil food, plain and simple. Applied as a top layer or worked gently into planting holes, compost introduces beneficial organisms and stable nutrients that support crops for the long term. Manure from animals is aged before use, so it does not burn plants or disrupt biology. Leaves, straw, and grass clippings are returned to the soil instead of removed. Nothing organic is wasted. This steady feeding creates rich humus, the dark material that holds water, buffers nutrients, and keeps soil loose. Humus-rich soil resists weeds naturally because it stays covered, balanced, and biologically active. The Amish never plant the same crops in the same place year after year. Different plants use and return nutrients differently. Rotation prevents depletion and disrupts pest cycles. When beds are not actively growing vegetables, cover crops are planted. Clover, rye or vetch protect soil, suppress weeds and feed microbes. In spring, these are cut down and left on the surface to decompose, never ripped out. This keeps soil protected year-round and, prevents weed outbreaks before they begin. Unlike weed control methods that demand constant effort, this system compounds. Each season builds on the last. Soil improves, weeds decline, work decreases. You stop reacting and, start guiding. The garden begins to maintain itself. This approach, it's not about perfection, It's really about partnership. When you stop treating nature as an opponent and start treating it as an ally, the entire experience of gardening changes. Weeds, they stop feeling personal. Soil becomes something you nurture. Gardening, it just becomes calmer, more intuitive, and honestly, more rewarding. That is the real Amish secret. Heal the soil and, well, weeds leave quietly. If this changed how you see weeds, share it with another gardener who's still fighting theirs. And, subscribe to Nature's Fix for more timeless natural systems that make gardening easier, healthier, and more abundant.